les restes d'une vingtaine d'individus de balouchitaires. Il y a des mâles, il y a des femelles. Et la question un peu de savoir comment se trouvent regroupés tous ces os disloqués, parce qu'on n'a pas trouvé de pièces en connexion, eh ben, un peu...
Académie d'Armes de France in Paris. And on my left I have here this afternoon Gadina Thompson, the coach at Clark College in Vancouver, Washington. And on my right, Alice Gustafson, the coach at Portland State, at Mount Hood Community College. And we're doing the fundamentals of fencing here with these gentlemen, and they'll first show you the attention and salute, and the on-guard position. Notice the hand positions and the foot positions. And as they move, they do what we call the advance and the retreat. Now do it slowly first, and then do the advance and retreat a little bit faster so the audience will get an idea of how fast this can be done. And now from these positions, we'll go into the attack. This is the simple attack. And now we'll try to speed this attack up so you can get an idea how fast an attack might move. And of course, a fencer being attacked wishes to defend himself, so he has developed certain moves which we call parry. This is a simple parry of 4. To contend with, we go into the more compound attacks. So let's develop a more compound attack such as a 1-2 attack. Here is the 1-2 attack in which he deceives the taking of the blade by the parry and goes in and surprises his opponent by hitting on the other side. Now, do you want to speed that up a little bit to show how fast a 1-2 goes? The hand is quicker than the eye. Can you even go into a 1-2-3 attack to make it even more compound and more complicated? 1, 2, 3. Now that we have some other more compound and confusing attacks which we can put onto the opponent, we'll let these men do a little compounding of their own. You want to improvise an attack, and I'll try to describe it. This is the double attack as we go through a circle parry, hitting the opponent in the 6th line. And maybe we can show the circle parry as it takes that attack out of line, and the attack fails because it is parried.
Counter 6.
This is now the counter 6 parry, taking the attack out of line. Now let's see the double going through that parry once more to see that the parry can be deceived and the attack will hit the opponent. Very good. Very slow motion, there it is. Now how about a cutover? Do you want to show how the cut over the top of the blade and hit the opponent with the cutover attack? There it is. In slow motion, it just simply goes over the top of the blade and down. Now then, do we have a parry for that attack? Now we'll go into a forward parry for that attack. And the riposte action comes immediately after the parry, because after defending himself, the fencer wants to get a hit on, and he immediately goes after the parry to his opponent with a riposte, the terminology. What other attacks do you do? Go ahead. This is called the beat attack, in which he beats the opponent's blade aside and goes directly to the target.
Can we see a beat and a beat back, too?
All right, we have this request for a beat and the return beat and the attack from the other side. And we have a beat and the beat back.
Changer, battez. Changer, battez. Romper, ralenti, changer, battez.
Beat. Yves, can you beat back when he beats?
Riposte, you mean?
Yeah.
Counter
Yeah.
Right.
Battez 6.
There's the beat attack and the beat back.
Battez. Ralenti, battez.
He beats back, but the riposte is parried, and it's the remise attack which finally hits.
Did they do the envelopment?
Sure. 3. Bind, cross, and mount.
Okay.
Battez le fer. Change le bras. Battez le fer. Change le bras.
Bind.
This bind. Envelope, now.
Envelop.
Battez. Battez. Change le bras. Change. Battez. Au ralenti.
Don, could we see an attack on the preparation also?
Yes, attack on preparation. Let's have that. This
Change,
is what,
change, dégage. À mon changement, dégage. Au ralenti.
this is where one fencer thinks he's going to start the action, the other fencer deceives his preparation and makes the attack himself.
Can we see a parry riposte? An attack, a parry, and a riposte. Just a direct
We did
line.
some riposte before, but we didn't emphasize them. I think people would like to see
Yeah.
parry riposte action, since this riposte is just as good as a direct attack. Gets just as many touches.
Contre riposte par dégage.
Yeah, let's have some counter riposte.
Contre riposte par dégage. Au ralenti.
Okay.
Oh, that was nice.
Very slow motion. I think we've got the idea of that now. Alice, do you have any other suggestions?
I think we should show the double disengage attack if we could.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm. Once again in slow motion also.
Change du dégagement. Quand je pars, évitez. Feinte. Change d'engagement. Une des deux. En 4. Ralenti. 10.
Right, most of these attacks have been in the high line. Can we see
Feinte loin là.
something in the low line?
Feinte dessous. Quand je pars. Feinte dessous. Au ralenti. Feinte.
Okay.
I think it would be appropriate to demonstrate a stop hit. Could you demonstrate that now?
Je fais une attaque raccourcie.
On the preparation of one fencer, this fencer comes out with his blade in line before he even gets started, and he runs right onto the blade. a very effective way to stop your opponent from doing anything if you can time it properly and get it out there quickly enough.
Can we see an action to the body that is not a hit? The tip does not dig, a slap or a passe. Okay.
That's not a hit. That's a passe.
All right. Now, can you repost on that?
Plaqué.
Okay.
That's a
So
plaqué repose. These are not touches. You must have forward action in order to get a valid touch, because after all, the touch is supposed to be a wounding blow. This, again, is a plaqué. The foil, this weapon we're using, does not have a cutting edge. The only sharp thing about it is the point. So it must go forward, and it must have penetrating action in order for it to be a valid touch that counts on the scoreboard.
can we see a extend into a lunge and then a bent arm difference? A bent arm attack and a straight attack.
Incorrect attack.
Uh-huh.
This is incorrect attack, right?
This is the incorrect attack. It will count if the opponent doesn't do anything about it.
Motion. Okay, now the correct attack.
That's the correct way to attack.
Extension.
You'll notice with the extension and the threat to the target, this fencer on this side has complete right-of-way, and the other fencer is obligated to protect himself before he can go into any counteraction which would harm or count as a valid touch against his opponent. Let's do that again and show that going in with a bent arm can be stopped, or the time can be taken by the other fencer. The other fencer can take the time by extending his arm and threatening the target before this fencer gets his arm out and threatens the target. So the time goes the other way, and he has complete control of the situation. So in order to keep the time and the right-of-way, the arm must be extended, and it must be threatening target all the way in. So this was a very good idea. Gaydina, Alice, do you have anything else you'd like to see here?
No, I think we should explain to the viewers, though, a bit about the valid target area, if you'd like to talk about that, Don.
Good idea, too. This particular weapon we call the foil, and the valid target area for this weapon is the neckline down through the groin line and exclusive of the sleeves. Of course, the back is good, too. The idea of this weapon is to hit a vital organ, and that's where those vital organs are. Here's a touch to the back that demonstrates you can get to the heart through the back, which is a very interesting way to go.
Right, the legs and the head would be foul.
And that's true. Legs, head, arms are all foul. We must have only the torso down to the groin line. Now, you've seen the fundamentals of fencing. I think you'd like to see exactly how this looks in combat. So go ahead, men. Let's mix it up.
Hurry up,
Touche.
wait. Hurry. Hurry up. Hurry. Get off. Hurry.